In the last few years, Turkey has reported a steep rise in fires at its plastic recycling factories. It all started when China stopped importing plastic trash from Europe and Turkey rose to the occasion. And what followed was putting up illegal factories, getting more garbage import than the country could handle. Our next report telling you more.
Turkey's decision to become Europe's biggest importer of waste has resulted in an environmental crisis for the country. In the last 3 years, Turkey has reported an exponential rise in fires breaking out in plastic recycling factories. Experts say that this timing is not a coincidence, but is the deed of some businessmen who just want to get rid of the junk that they themselves imported from Europe.
In Turkey, there are approximately 300 recycling facilities, almost up to 150 of which don't have a license for recycling, according to the latest data I have received. Right now, those facilities without a license do not operate.
In Kartepe, an industrial town in the country's northwest, one of these sites was closed by the authorities in December. It happened after there were 3 fire outbreaks in the factory. In less than a month, one of these fires burned for over 50 hours, spewing toxic smoke over the entire area.
The media does not reflect much information regarding why some companies have been shut down. They generally say a fire broke out, that's why we shut down. The reasons are not explicitly announced to the public. As locals, we want to hear about why some companies are shutting down, so that we can at least see the damage we face and to what extent these companies are dangerous to human health. We want to know if we need to use masks.
There was a fire every 3 days in Turkey's plastic reprocessing plants on average last year. The number rose from 33 in 2019 to 121 in 2021. Nearly 520,000 tons of plastic waste arrived in Turkey in 2021, adding to the 4 to 6 million tons the country generates each year. Now, much of this waste ends up in the country's south, where companies operating illegally have been closed down in recent years.
The ministry says it is dangerous to go outside and breathe the air. Their own data says that. This means there is serious problem with air pollution and the environment here. That is why we were strongly against the waste imported from Europe. We don't want this by any means.
The government might have its own policies, a way of taking action, but for the people living in these regions, the health risk attached with such severely polluted air is high. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.